Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, hey. It is officially Monday, my friends. It is the 24th of March. We just got through our very first official week of global-ish, right? We just got through that, and man, a lot of sales. Lot of sales, my friend. So, all right, I'm going to get things rip-roaring and rolling here, so stand by just a second as we get this party started here. Usual stuff going on right now, push notifications being sent out. Boom, push out to you. Hopefully you guys will see that here in just a second on your cellular devices. And then I'm going to drop the everyone tag here down in the comments, okay? Join us live now. Boom, that's done. That's done. So when you get here, there's the push. Comment the word push, comment the word good morning, comment something to let me know that you're alive and you're fired up and you're excited for a Monday. And I want you guys to be paying close attention today because I'm going to talk about some important stuff today. And it is stuff that we talk about often, but it is incredibly important if you want to win. And I want to circle back to Friday too, because we went over some things on Friday about adding friends. Now, how many of you guys have done that? How many of you guys have gone and done that activity to add friends, comment, add friends? If you guys did that and are doing that, hopefully consistently now as we move forward. And by the way, it never fails. It never fails. Last week when I did that add friends thing and I was showing you guys how to do that, the person that I added live, right? I just added a random person live just to show you how it's done. That person literally messaged me over the weekend. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm throwing it out there. The process works, right? Okay, the process works, right? You guys are adding friends. Okay, good. So if you guys are doing that add friends activity, comment add friends, let me know. I want to see how many of you guys are actually doing that. Now, the reason why I suggested that is I see, a lot of you guys are either, following me or friends with me or whatever it is on Facebook. And I've seen a lot of you guys putting out your short form video content. And some of you guys, you get 10 views. You get very minimal views on your short form content. This is a prime opportunity for you to get out there and add friends so you can get more people seeing your content. That's the number one thing that you could focus on right now is growing those two things that we talked about. Number one, adding friends. So you have more people seeing your content and specifically more people here in the niche, in the Make Money Online niche, more people seeing your content. And the second part is also take a look at the type of videos that you're putting out there. Is there a strong enough hook? Are you really following the 4-point formula? Are you, engaged, enthusiastic, energetic in your videos? Or are you like, hey, Daniel here, and I just wanted to create a video, and you got to look at does your video have impact? Does your video, when you watch your video, are you bored when you watch your video, or are you like, wow, that was a pretty good video? You know what I mean? So make sure you guys are taking a look at that stuff, okay? Now, other thing I want to talk about is, and this is really what the meat and potatoes of today is going to be all about, is longevity, guys. 100% longevity. And for you, the number one thing to have longevity in this business, to get to that point where you are making consistent sales, you have consistent team growth. And that, you heard Bill and I talk about this last week, that is really what this business is all about. Team growth. Okay? So comment team growth right now. Comment team growth. So as an example, making sales is great. It's great when you make sales. We all love making sales because direct commissions is great. We all love making sales. But this is kind of the underlying thing that I don't think we talk enough about. And that is team growth. Duplication. That's the magic word in this business. Duplication. So comment that down below. Comment duplication. Making sales is great. We all love making sales. And you got to do that in the beginning. You have to get out there and you have to do the work and you have to stay consistent with that stuff. You got to go put in the work and create that, that momentum, those sales. Because at the end of the day, you got to pay the bills, right? You got to pay the bills with what you're doing. So you got to go put in the work. You got to go make the sales yourself. But the goal, the underlying long-term goal here, and that's why we're talking about in this video today, we're talking about longevity. We're talking about consistency. The goal for you, underlying goal, maybe like make a note, write this down, is team growth, right? Because as an example, and Bill had mentioned this last Thursday when he was on, and if I just went out and I just made sales and I just made sale after sale after sale after sale, and I didn't care about any of you guys duplicating, I wouldn't need this business. I could go do any one level affiliate marketing deal and go make a ton of money. But that's not why we're here. We're here to create one specific thing. And it's 2 words. Pop quiz. Let's test everybody right now. I know it's a Monday morning and I know some of you guys are just waking up. So cheers, sip your coffee. We're all here to build one specific thing, and it's 2 words. What is it? Put it in the comments down below. And I mention this on every single Tuesday webinar, guys. Those of you guys that are on the webinars, you guys hear me say this over and over again. We're here to create one specific thing. That's the whole point of this business, guys. It's the whole point of our team's business is to create one specific thing in our lives, for me, for you, for everybody that joins us. What is it? It's 2 words. What is it, guys? Come on, put it in the comments. Don't be shy. I know you guys know the answer. You know the answer. What is it? Yes, Albert Black. Celeste, same thing, right? Residual income, passive income. Residual income, passive income. That is what we are here creating, okay? Now, please understand this. It's critically important. Passive income takes time to build. So please, if you're with me, if you're smelling what I'm stepping in right now, smells good, right? Comment down below right now. It takes time. It takes time. Comment that right now. It takes time. Okay? You have to give yourself the grace, the patience, the fortitude, okay? The long-term, consistent, driven mindset. You have to give yourself that in order to create passive income. Because if you don't, then you become like everybody else. You literally fall into that same trap, and I want you guys to avoid the trap. So comment right now, avoid the trap. Avoid the trap of lottery ticket mentality. Avoid the trap that you're going to sign up and you're just going to make mad bank overnight. Now, can you? Has it happened in the past? Do we have, crazy success stories where people sign up and they start rolling in sales in their first week? Yes, it does happen. But if you have that mindset, if you have that expectation that you're just going to sign up. I literally had someone last week, and where this and you guys need to hear this. The reason why I tell these stories, guys, is you guys need to hear this stuff. You guys need to understand this stuff. Like, I had somebody sign up last week. They saw one of my YouTube videos. We're going to talk about YouTube here because some really important stuff going on over there. I had someone watch one of my YouTube videos. They signed up and they literally sent me a text message and said, "Hey, I've signed up. Please put me in the rotator so I don't have to do anything." And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, I signed up. So now I just sit back and I don't have to do anything, right?" And I was like, "Since when? At what point did you have the expectation that you could sit around, do jack shit, and just make a ton of money? Like, at what point, where did that expectation come from? And that same person that had that expectation, are you ready for this? The same person that had that expectation that they could just sit back, hold their hands out, make a ton of money and do jack, literally turned around 24 hours later and quit. It's guys, I can't make this shit up. It is all mindset. This business is all mindset and attitude. End of story. If you have lottery ticket mentality and you want to jump from one opportunity to the next, it's really sad. It's really sad. I see people online, and we're still friends on Facebook, right? We don't have to not be friends anymore. But I'm Facebook friends with people that I was in business with literally 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Okay? Or people that were in my econ with me back in 2018 when I first got in. And I look at what they're doing now, and they're on like their 57th business. Everything is new and shiny. Everything is pre-launch. Everything is, oh my God, you got to get in. This thing's great. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Why don't you just stick with one thing and be in it to win it for the long haul? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's right, Cassie. You have to do the work. You got to do the work. And most importantly, you have to do the work on you. You have to do the work on you. Because if you don't do the work on you, upstairs, here, what's between your ears, if you don't work on this, you will be like everybody else. And you will jump from one shiny object to the next, hoping to strike it rich. That's lottery ticket mentality, and it never, ever, ever wins. So let me ask you right now, on this beautiful Monday, it's a beautiful Monday morning out, guys. 65. It's going to be 70 today, sunny, beautiful, right? It's a beautiful day. Do you want to be like everybody else? Yes or no? Comment that down below. Do you want to be like everyone else? Because remember, the only people that win in this industry is a very small percentage of people. Okay? Do you want to be like the majority of people? Do you want to be like the average everyday person that is stuck in the matrix, going to their job, probably not liking their job, working for 60 years of their life, barely making enough money? You don't have the money, the time, the effort, the energy to go do the things you want and love because you're stuck in the hamster wheel. Do you want to be like that? Do you want to be like everybody else? Or do you want to be part of the 1% to 2% that has the right mindset, that has the right attitude, that finds ways to move forward and keep going? What do you want? What do you want? The beautiful part is the choice is yours, my friend. Your choice, your decision. And by the way, if you don't decide because you're like overwhelmed or nervous or, poo-pooing on yourself in your head, not deciding is still making a choice. You're choosing not to decide. Food for thought. Okay. Now, a couple things I want to talk about. I want to talk about YouTube, and I specifically want to talk about getting stuck because I want to take you guys kind of through like what was in my head this morning. And I think it's important to share this stuff because yes, even someone like me who's been doing this full time for 7 years, every now and then, even I'm like, what am I going to put out there for content? Like, seriously, what am I going to do? And I was going through that in my head today. And then literally I gave myself like, I've been in this situation so many times. I was like, oh yeah, duh. All right, why don't I just do that? Okay. So I'm going to walk you guys through that. Again, kind of sharing this with you so you guys can kind of understand that this is a natural, normal thing. Okay. First thing I want to do is I want to head over to YouTube. Now, again, why do we talk about YouTube so much? Why do we keep talking about YouTube? Why do we keep circling back to YouTube? You guys know the answer to that. Put it down below. Why do we keep circling back to YouTube? Why do we keep talking about YouTube as a platform for you guys to utilize over and over and over again? Why do we keep talking about that? Okay, put that in the comments right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to an incognito window because I want to have the freshest search possible. Nothing cookied, nothing cache, everything fresh. Now, first thing we're going to do is I want you guys to zero in on these keywords down here. You go and type in my econ. Boom, boom, boom. Just type in my econ. And then what do you see right here? You see global and 2025 global. We've been talking about that. Yes, 100%. Not only because it works, Jess, but also, yes, it is a search engine. And what are we noting? Forget about Dan's opinion, forget about Bill's opinion, forget about Kirsty's opinion, right? What is the data right now? 2025, what is the data telling us? The data tells us that my econ is trending and my econ global specifically is starting to trend. And these two keywords, these two lines, you're going to see over the next couple months. Again, mark my words. I told you guys about 2025 back in October, and here we are. My econ 2025 is now one of the highest search keywords. These two are going to slide up the list over the next couple of months. This is what people are searching right now, today, in March 2025. Okay? Very, very important. But a couple of things, and this is why I'm going to go search my econ. I'm just going to see what comes up. Now, here's what I want you guys to realize. In the very beginning of today's live, I talked about longevity, being in it for the long haul. We talked about team growth, okay? And we talked about consistency. This is going to come into play literally right now. Pay attention. Okay, so if I just do a straight up my econ search, right? So no other keywords, just straight up my econ. And I come over here, we're going to look, okay? Here's what's really important. And this is I'm just going to give you data, okay? Not opinions. I'm going to give you guys data, okay? So this is an ad that's sponsored. That doesn't count. This is a playlist that I created last year. You see the date? 2024, okay? This playlist was created back in August of last year. That's the data. And this is the number one thing when someone goes to my econ. This is the number one thing that comes up, okay? Why is this coming up right now? Because people are viewing my playlist right now as we speak because of my consistency and because of my longevity here on YouTube, okay? And I'm gonna search everything I'm gonna share with you right now. Pay attention. Comment, pay attention. I want to make sure you guys are paying attention. Comment, pay attention right now. I'm gonna give you guys some data from everything that I'm showing with you guys right now, okay? Again, regular my econ search. Here's Beth's video from a month ago. A month ago. Not today, not this week, not last week, a month ago. Okay? My video, 6 months ago. Shannon's video, 3 months ago. Okay? Not going to count that one, right? Shannon's video, 5 months ago. Richard's video, 3 months ago. My video, okay, 9 days ago. Now we're getting a little closer. This video, 2 months ago. Okay, 2 months ago. We'll keep on scrolling. Celeste, 3 months ago. 3 months ago. Okay, now, big fat clue and fact. Here's a fact. Literally every single person that I just showed you, and this is where consistency comes into play. Here's the data. Every single person that I just showed you, all right, even though those videos were between 9 days and 6 months old, are you ready for this? Every single one of those people has made a sale in the last week. That's your data. You guys smell what I'm stepping in? Comment, I smell it. I smell it. You guys smelling that? It smells good. It smells right? Every single person that I just showed you that had a video that was on there months ago every single one of those people has all had a sale in the last 7 days. Every single one of those people that I just showed you that come up in a basic My Econ search is putting out content consistently on YouTube. I don't know how many times I can share this with you guys. The data doesn't lie. Numbers don't lie. The people that are out there consistently putting out content, especially on YouTube, are making the most consistent sales because YouTube is a search engine. Like I ask this all the time, and it's just right there in front of you. Like when you look at the people that are getting the most amount of sales and the most consistent amount of sales every single week, what are they doing? Short form video to long form video, and they're utilizing YouTube. Period. End of story. Like, do you want to know what the top people, the top producers, the top earners on our team are doing? They're on YouTube. I mean, I don't know if I could spell it out for you any more simpler than that. Now, let's jump back over here. And then I want to talk about content here for a minute. And I'm going to talk about how you guys can utilize, how you guys can take advantage of everything that I'm talking about right now. So if I just go over here, we're going to go down to one of the newer keywords that's starting to trend. We're going to go down to global. And I'm going to go to global. We're going to do a search. Again. Okay? Richard, 13 days ago. Mary, 2 weeks ago. Celeste, 11 days ago. Okay? 2 weeks ago. 1 month ago. Okay? 6 months ago. 5 months ago. 2 months ago. 2 months ago. You guys got to realize, okay? Same thing with global. You know, it doesn't matter if it's global or if it's a regular My Econ search. It's not always, and this, listen up. It's not always the most recent video that gets the attention. Hear me out when I say this. This is where lottery ticket mentality comes in. Scratch ticket mentality, getting results like instantly, right? A lot of people make the mistake in thinking that you post one video and you just sit back and you let the sales roll in, right? Almost every single video I showed you, whether you do a regular My Econ search or you do a My Econ global search, almost all of the videos that are trending are more than a month old. Okay? So you don't just post one video and then just put your hands up and be like, yeah, dude, I'm going to roll, man. I'm going to crush it. That one video is going to make me $1 million. No, your consistency is going to make you $1 million because you don't know which video is going to trend. You don't know which video is going to gain attention. But what will get you attention is your consistency. Does that make sense? Am I making sense here, guys? Comment makes sense if I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm not. All right? But this is like, I want you guys to really understand this stuff. Okay? And again, the numbers don't lie. The data doesn't lie. The people that I literally just showed you that are consistent on YouTube, okay, that are showing, that are trending, have all made sales recently. That's data. That's facts. I'm not making that shit up. Data. What other proof do you need? What other proof do you need? The people that are making the most amount of sales are utilizing exactly what I'm telling you right now. You have the solution. You have the answers. You have the keys to you have the answers to the test. How do I make sales? There you go. There you go. Now, what happens, I'll share a story from this morning and then I'm going to wrap it up. What happens when you get a brain fart? What happens when you want to create some content, you really want to create some content, but you're just having a brain fart. You're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I'm going to tie this into what is trending right now and how you can take advantage of that. Okay? So it's going to be kind of like a two-part little lesson right here. So for me, what I was doing is I was figuring out, I'm sitting here this morning, my goal on YouTube for me is to make one new piece of content every single day. Every single day I want to put out one new full length, meaning longer than a minute, one new piece of content every single day. That's my goal. And I don't have a video queued up for tomorrow. So I'm like, man, what am I going to do? What type of video am I going to make tomorrow? And it's like, I was like, man, I've already made like, how many videos can I make? A lot, right? And I've been doing it for years. It never ends, right? There's always content ideas out there. So for me, I'll give you guys an idea. I'll show you guys like what I did. I'm going to show you guys like what I did specifically in my head. I didn't actually have to go do this, but in my head, I kind of did this. I went back to, and I was thinking in YouTube, I'm like, hey, you know, what is, we'll do the view count here, okay? I went back to some of the most popular videos, okay? And I'm specifically looking for my content, okay? Because I was trying to get ideas. So I did a search by views, you know, what videos had a lot of views. Great job here, Jason, 1,800 views. Absolutely awesome, okay? And I went back and I wanted to see, you know, where are my videos and what is a recent video that I did that got a lot of traction, okay? What was a recent video that I did that got a lot of traction? And I just scrolled through. So as an example, I'm going to use Shannon in this specific case, or I could use Jason, either one, right? What is a recent video? Here's the key part, guys. What is a recent video? And recent meaning like, you know, last 30 or 60 days, last 30, 60, 90 days, right? What is a recent video that you did that you could literally just redo? Okay. So here's a great video by Shannon, right? Even though it says My Econ Business Review 2024, a lot of great keywords in here. You got business, you got review, you got 2024. So if I literally just went up here and I space that out, right? You're going to see the word business, you're going to see review, you're going to see 2024. Okay? So Shannon, in this example, if she's having a brain fart and she says, man, what am I going to do? You could literally go back to this video that you made 4 months ago and then just redo the same version of it. Just go redo this just with today's language. Instead of 2024, you're using 2025. You could literally have the same title. You could have a very similar thumbnail. And you could even put, here's a hint, guys. You could go redo a similar video, or you guys that are all watching right now could go watch Shannon's video. You could go watch Beth's video, which is obviously has some attention, right? Celeste video in there. I think Jason's video was up here too. Shannon, look at this one, 6 months ago. Like you could easily go redo your own version of that video. Okay, there's one of Bill's videos. Anyway, we saw Jason's video. And then like as an example, like if we were gonna do this video right here that we're talking about right now, you could easily put the same title, My Econ Business Review 2025, how to earn 6 figures this year. So you do the same thing. You're giving it little tweaks, right? You're finding a video that is trending well in these keywords, right? And then you could literally use the same thumbnail and then right down here, hope you guys are paying attention, right down here, you could literally put updated for 2025. Updated for 2025. If that makes sense, comment the word updated. So in other words, you're literally taking videos that are trending and just go rework and go remake the same video. Okay? So for me this morning, when I was having a brain fart thinking like, man, what am I going to make for videos this week? I mean, I've already made thousands of videos. I've already made hundreds, if not 500 videos on my econ. What video could I go possibly make? It's really simple, actually. The answer is always really, really simple, guys. I'm going to go back to some of my recent past 30, 60, 90-day videos that are trending well, okay? And I'm just going to go remake those videos. And then the thumbnail is really easy. Updated for 2025. Updated for spring 2025, right? If the video worked well whenever, it'll work well again. Trust me. Trust me on that one, right? You can keep the title of the video the same. All the content that you cover in the video can be just about the same. Okay? Because again, remember, if it worked before, it will work again. Don't be afraid. You guys have heard us talk about this. Don't be afraid to recycle content. You guys see us do it all the time with short form videos. We take one video that trends really, really well, whether it be over on TikTok or wherever, a video that gets 10,000, 100,000 views, right? What do? You take that same video and you go remake it over and over again. Because if it worked once, it can work again. So Shannon, perfect. She just put in the comments, right? She says, my newer version of that video has over 400 views. So the video in reference that I literally just referenced has over 600 views. She just redid it and now has over 400 views. And I can almost guarantee you, Shannon can back this up, I can almost guarantee you that video has made her sales. Simple. Now, let me show you guys one more thing when it comes to content, okay? If you guys need content ideas, your back office, guys, your back office is content ideas. All of this is literally content. Comment the word content right now. All of this is content. Your entire back office is content. So, oh, by the way, if you guys want to take advantage of these keywords, pay very, very close attention right now. If you want to take advantage of these keywords and have people finding your content versus somebody else's, your whole back office is content. You ready for this? Here we go. My econ, correct W4, income shifting. That's one video. My econ credit repair system. That's another video. My econ 2025 travel membership, updated for 2025. I'm giving you the content right now. I'll say it again. My econ 2025 travel membership, updated. And you can put in the thumbnail, updated for spring 2025. And then what do? You talk about what's in the travel membership, and then you talk about this is available now for people all over the world. That's another video, okay? What's another video? Defender Plus, that's another video. Debt elimination, how to use it, that's another piece of content. How to minimize your taxes, that's another piece of content. Cash flow manager, that's another piece of content. Cash flow strategist, that's another piece of content. Then you scroll down here, okay? The automated marketing system, that's another piece of content. How to use your reports, that's another piece of content. Okay, then you go up to the tabs. My account section, okay? Hey guys, let me walk you through, you could do a whole full back office overview. So you could cover everything in one piece of content. Or you could break it down into smaller chunks or do all of the above. My econ, my account section. Hey guys, let me show you some of the first things you guys should do and be familiar with once you activate your My Econ membership. Come on back here to my account. This is where your direct enrollment links are. This is where you can upgrade, right? You don't mention the downgrade. You don't want to talk about how to make less money. You want to talk about how to make more money. Hey, this is where you can upgrade, right? This is where you can check your messages. Oh, this is where you activate your direct deposit. You know, this is how you do it, right? So you walk people through all of this stuff. Everything here is content. Did you know you have a message center? People can go to your My Econ website and message you. By the way, that right there, the messages, that could be one piece of content, okay? Your My Products section. Here's all your My Econ products that are covered. This is everything you have. Oh, by the way, something that is also in here, where the heck is it? Tax preparation. We now can do your taxes for you. This is a piece of content right here, okay? So your entire members area is a piece of content. And I'll give you a big, fat clue. Big, fat, huge, really awesome clue. I've shared this with you a million times. ILT. ILT. What does that stand for? ILT. I already know who's going to get this, who's going to comment first, if he's still on. What does ILT stand for? And I shared this with you on Thursday. Okay, I shared this with you because I think Mark or Brian, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Mark, had asked, yep, I knew it. I knew Albert would be first to the punch on that. Okay. Actually, Sim commented, right? Invest, learn, teach. So the turning point for me back in 2017, the turning point that allowed me to go from struggling, online digital marketer, just throwing a bunch of mud against the wall, hoping that it stuck. And it didn't stuck. It didn't, it never got stuck. Didn't stick. The turning point for me was ILT. That acronym literally changed my life. And I hope it can change yours. You invest your time, sometimes money. You buy a course, you buy books, you buy whatever, you buy tools, software, whatever. You invest your time, sometimes money. You learn something, and then you turn around and teach that to other people. So back in 2017, literally what I just showed you, this is what I did back in 2017. I went through the entire members area, okay, and I created a video about this. I created a video about this. I created a video about this. Everything that I saw was a piece of content. I invested my time. I learned about the income shifting and how it works, and then I created a video and I showed people how to use it. I learned, ready? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down right now? Okay, I hope so. I invested my time. I learned how the credit system works. I created a piece of content and I shared that with others. I learned how the travel membership works. I created a video about it and I shared that with others. I learned how Defender Plus works. I created a video and I shared that with others. I learned how debt elimination works. I created a video and I shared that with others. Okay? Everything became a piece of content. Everything. As I started doing that back in 2017, more and more, guess what? I mean, this ain't rocket science, guys. On my YouTube channel, and I didn't start my YouTube channel until like 2016. It literally was just flat, okay, until 2017, until I was practicing ILT. I started creating more and more and more content, learning things, turning around and teaching that to others. More and more people would see my content, commenting on my videos. Hey, wow, I love how informative you are. I love your content. You're so straightforward. You're so honest. You're so sincere. You're so much different than all the other people out there that are just trying to sell. You're actually teaching us and showing us how to do this stuff. People appreciate that, by the way. Okay? So you guys have the opportunity to do that right now. With my econ trending on YouTube, with global and global 25 trending, you guys have that opportunity right now to get out there and be that authority figure, to apply everything that we're talking about right now. Or you could just give yourself a bullshit excuse as to why you can't do it. It's up to you. It's up to you. Totally up to you. Invest, learn, teach, guys. I've probably shared it 1,000 times here on these live webinars. That acronym literally changed my life, and it can change yours. You just have to decide if you're going to do something about it. That's it. That's it. Just decide. Do you want to be in this for the long haul? Do you want to be in it to win it? Do you want to create? We talked about it in the beginning. Do you want to create residual income? Or do you just want to wish, hope, and pray that it happens? just want to strike it rich. You just want to get lucky. Or do you want to go create it? You have the ability to create it right now. It's your call. It's your call. The only way it's going to happen is if you stay in it for the long haul. If you guys stay in it, if you guys stay committed, if you guys stay dedicated. Okay? Remember that invest part. Invest, learn, teach. That, by the way, that also applies to you. You're not just turning around, okay? You're not just turning around and teaching others. Here's a really important thing that you need to understand. When you teach, the ILT, right? When you teach, you are also learning something as you teach it. And that's a really important thing because I know, and trust me, I know what you're thinking. I was there. I was right where you are. I thought to myself, well, how can I teach something that I don't know anything about, right? Is that going through your head right now? I bet it is. How can I teach something that I don't know anything about? Well, you invest your time, you learn it, and then you teach it. And you're going to also learn it as you're teaching it. Crazy idea, right? Crazy idea. But at the end of the day, you're not going to know it. You're not going to experience it. You're not going to feel it unless you actually go do it. So you just got to go do it, guys. I hope today was helpful. Hope you guys got some value out of today. If you did, comment value. Let me know. All right. Now, last thing, wrapping up. We got a webinar tomorrow night, guys. You guys want sales? You guys want sales? Comment sales right now. You guys want sales? Let's put some butts in seats for tomorrow night's webinar, guys. Remember, we have now added the global part of the presentation into the webinar. We go over all the membership levels, make it really simple and easy for your lead to be like, wow, oh my gosh, look at all this value. Boom, I can get started for as little as 25 bucks. I can do this anywhere around the world. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow night. So make sure that you guys are there. Make sure that you guys are inviting your leads there. TFTwebinars.com. Make sure you guys get there. And yeah, we will see. Yeah, a lot of you guys commenting sales. So let's freaking go. Let's freaking go, guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you guys live tomorrow morning. Deuces. We'll go out with balloons today. Okay? There you go.